Hey, I'm here. Hello. Oh crap, I need to. Boop. Okay, there we go. Hello, I am here for more Colossal. Um, wow, and I immediately forgot what I was going to say. Okay, well, hello, welcome to my Learn to Play solo stream where your lovely solo streamer Vanessa, am going to be continuing my Colossal playthrough. Um, if you don't know already, which I assume people do, but whatever. Colossal is a solo TTRPG. You can find more at colossal.com, spelled just like all of the stuff on here that you see. And it is super, super fun. You can actually also play it as a duet, I realized, but all you need to do is have a deck of playing cards. So, last time on Colossal, I finished up my day 2. Super quick recap. Quelos and her buddy Bex, who knows, woke up in the morning at the camp, got some supplies, and we were sent off. 6, we found her noble steed because she is one of the let's see, let me scroll down. You can see the different classes, and she is one of the mounted. That is her character class. So she has a little steed that she rides around on that I named Harriet after Harriet the Spy, because apparently that's what was on my mind at that time. Don't ask me why. And then Quelos decided to climb down. Oh my goodness. Why every time I start this stream do I just become like the eebiest baby? Anyway, this all ended with Quelos spending the night in the library that she discovered. Which was very exciting. And I had already picked my cards for today, which makes this that much easier. Oh, what goodness. What happened to my musica? Anyway, so we're gonna move on to day 3. So it's only been 3 days for Quelos in Colossal. Which is still very cool. So, let's take a look. Alright, so for day 3, this is what we've got. So I got a 3 of hearts. Calling. You come across someone who is key to your calling. Maybe they have a clue about what you're looking for, or they block your way to learning more. Now, this person is going to be friendly. And my calling is that I had a vision. Basically, she had this vision of this tower that looked a lot like her Rookling Bront. And in that tower was this magical giant battle axe that was just covered in these like strange runes. So that's her calling. Her calling is that she had this vision, and she's hoping that this axe can help to save her people because they've been besieged by these rooks. Rooks are basically just like big castle creatures, and they hold all of the magic. The rook stones that are like their hearts basically power all of the magic in Colossal. Alright, and then I got the 3 of Spades, which is a staircase leading to another floor in Colossal. This one is intact. The last one I found was not intact. I also went back and read through my notes, and it turns out that she had previously found that there was this like fabric in one of the tents in the camp that she was staying in that had similar runes to a spot in the room in the Roomlands in Fallen Door, which, by the way, still just like one of the very best names of anything ever. So we can see here that the city of Fallen Door is probably... So I had determined that she was probably from a town in the Doorway Forest, which you can see kind of in the like center left part there. And she has been traveling up. Now, I'm saying that she found a cave in the base of these mountains here, which are called the Cornerial. Because they're in the corner, get it? Mountains. So I'm going to say that she's headed to Fallen Door. And she knows where that is because she has a map of the Roomlands. I keep wanting to call them the Rune Lands, even though I know that that's not what they're actually called, but so I'm probably going to use this staircase to get to Fallen Door. Or I'm going to try to get to Fallen Door. That's where she's headed. I haven't drawn a city card yet, so here's the thing. There's a way to, like, do cities. Let's see. Yeah, so if I get a 10, I will get a city. So I have to keep adventuring until I find the Roomlands, basically. Or the city of Fallen Door. So I have to wait until I get a 10. And not just a 10 of spades. Specifically the 10 of spades. So once I get the 10 of spades, I got a city. And I can have Fallen Door. I can get Fallen Door. But until I get there, she's not going to find Fallen Door. Alright. Alright. Ruins of a people you've never heard of. The unfamiliar inscriptions and architecture suggest these people lived a very long time ago. Draw an event card. Oh, shit. Okay. 5 diamonds, dead body of another human. Okay, so I can choose here to grab some, to get an item or an event. Okay. And then the last one is a camp of people. At least they look like people, but they're not human. But they don't see me. So, that's nice. Okay. So the other thing, too, is that I have to keep reminding myself that these do not have to be done in order, by any means. So... Okay. So she has stayed in this, like, underground library overnight. And I think that she wakes up kind of in the middle of this atrium area, with her rookling, whose name is Braun. And she wakes up to the old lady. Woof. To the old lady kind of like nudging her, and she gives her a cup of coffee. She's like, "Thank you so much for letting me look over your little rookling. I took lots of notes and sketched some diagrams." And they proceed to have a, like, 20-minute conversation that Qualos is not super thrilled about. She's not a people person, but she's like, okay, fine, whatever. Over coffee and breakfast. So Qualos is prepared for the day, and then thanks the woman for all of her insight and her hospitality, and then... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then sets off down another tunnel that, like, continues past. The woman shows her, like, this is how you keep going, basically. See, it vanishes into mist and clouds, so that doesn't seem quite right. No, I think that she comes across this massive staircase, and honestly, I know that this is kind of a cop out, but I'm just gonna say that she takes the time to climb this massive staircase, and it spits her out back, probably like like a little ways away from where she went down into the cave. Because that is the easiest way for her to get back where she is adventuring to. Because she knows that she wants to go to Fallen Door. That's like her goal right now. And so I don't think that if it went up to another floor, I don't think that she would want to do that. Because she's looking for this merchant in Fallen Door. So I'm going to say that the staircase just takes her back to the main floor where she was before, and she's a little ways away from the where she started, but not too far. She doesn't move too far. But it probably takes her a long time to scale it because it says that the thing is massive. However, we have established that Jesus Christ, Bront has little grippy feet, so that probably helps. Okay, so that is that. So she comes out. Back into the sunlight. And so I have, okay, and I think at the top of the staircase, there's this like, I think like right at the top of the staircase, maybe it kind of spits her out into this like stone circle. That is like almost like a Stonehenge kind of feel to it, where there's like stacked rocks and they're like carved with very particular patterns. Not the runes that she's seen before, but very particular patterns. And she sees, yeah, so she and the stairway, the entrance to the stairway is kind of just like in the ground there where it spits her out, and it's the circle like is around this entrance. So clearly it was like made to protect this thing. And it looks like at one point it may have been enclosed. So this may have been like the entrance to an underground something for these people. So maybe the library was built in some kind of like underground ritual chamber, and that's why it looks the way it does. But she's not seeing the runes anywhere. The runes in these ruins. Ugh. Try saying that 5 times fast. As she kind of looks around, and she does see that around this stone circle there appear to be the remnants of several like structures, whether they are people's houses or like other worship structures or something like that. She can't really tell. Now, this is where I draw an event card. Where are my... Okay, events. Alright, let's shuffle these up. Two of spades. A storm! Well, fuck. Okay. Appropriate music is appropriate. I also feel that it may just be a teensy bit too loud. So, okay. So as she's kind of exploring this space and looking around, all of a sudden she starts to feel plop, 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 plop. And she looks up, and it's like the heavens open, or I guess the ceiling, because, you know, whatever. So the ceiling opens, and it is suddenly pouring rain. So she's soaking wet, and like her shoes are squelching, and she's like, oh no, my feet. I don't want to get trench foot. And And you know what? I'm going to say that this makes it impossible for her to make a sketch. Because under the normal circumstances, without the storm, she would probably pull out her journal and like sketch this area and write down where it is and all that. She's just going to have to do it from memory. Or try her best to do it from memory, I guess. But it's not going to be as accurate. But she runs to try to find some shelter. Let's see. Ooh, and so I think she's still at like in the like right next to the mountain range. So she is going to start kind of running looking for shelter. So there's not a lot of trees here, but she does see a cave, like a small cave kind of set into the side of one of the mountains. So she runs into it. And it's not a large cave. It doesn't seem to go back very far, but the second she gets in there, she sees a dead body. And she kind of skids to a stop, and she's like, oh my fucking god. And she's drenched, like completely soaked. And this is where, okay, I can either draw an item or an event. I'm going to flip a coin on this. Evens are item, odds are event. 13, another event. Ugh. You are surrounded. Arnar. That's no good. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Well, fuck. Kind of wish it had been an item. Probably should have just decided that for myself instead of letting the dice decide, but here we are. It's fine. Well, what would I be surrounded by? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I know. You are surrounded. So she's in this cave, and as she's looking down at the body, she's like noticing that it's got, you know, it doesn't seem to be terribly old, but the meat has been picked off of the bones, so clearly something ate this. And as she's kind of like, oh god damn it, there's like, that's probably not great, I should get out of here. She looks up, turns around. You know what, actually, is there like are there monsters? I'm not, besides the rooks, I don't know if there are like built-in monsters in the game. I mean, I know there's like encounters. No, so there's just different kinds of rooks and like people, basically, is what it is. So I think if that's the case, let's see. I mean, there's got to be animals, right? So my first instinct is spiders, right? Like cave spiders. That makes the most sense. So she turns around to go and run out of the cave to seek shelter somewhere else, and suddenly, like, four spiders drop down from the ceiling. Um, I don't think I have to do an encounter, do I? Brooklyn Crush. Because I don't even know how I do an encounter. I haven't done one yet. Combat. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't think this would be considered combat, but she has her hammer. We've established that her weapon of choice is a fucking warhammer that she carries around. Um, and so she is going to pull out her hammer and kind of like swing it around, and then she'll bring it down on top of one of the spiders. And as she does that, it like sploots everywhere. And she watches as one of the other ones also gets like sliced in half. And Bront is going to like battering ram one of them. And as she looks over, she sees a like older gentleman with three other people who take care of that the fourth spider for her. And the gentleman kind of pulls his hood back and is like, saw you were in trouble there. It looks like this cave was infested. We're looking for shelter from the storm. Are you willing to share? And she's gonna be like, fuck yeah, man. Thank you for like saving my life. That was excellent. I very much appreciate it. You can absolutely stay here. Yeah, so Quelo says impatient, quick to anger, and grumpy. But I feel like if somebody saved her life, she'd probably be pretty happy, especially considering how much like shit she's been through in the last couple of weeks. She's probably like, oh my god, thank you. I don't want to have to fight these things anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay. Frick on a stick. Okay. I tried, but now my brain has turned into mush. Um so I think with that, so I have a camp of people. They look like people, but they don't notice me. So now I want to kind of flesh this out a little more. Now that I have these people staying with me. So I don't want to camp in this. I don't want to camp in this cave for the night, but I want to wait out the storm, and I want to try and figure out how this person can be the key to my calling. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, and then in 2 weeks we'll go ahead and pick up with the rest of day 3, and probably pick in the cards for day 4. Really hoping that 10 of spades comes across. I have no idea when that's gonna happen though. Okay. Error 404, brain not found. But yeah, y'all can join me tomorrow for Morning Initiative, 10 a.m. ish EST. And I hope that everyone has a good rest of their evening, and I will see you for the next episode in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.